political artists aren't always political in their work, nor do they have to be. Not all my songs are political, and as Anthony Freda pointed out in our interview with him, Picasso's Guernica was incredibly political, but the bulk of his work was considered apolitical, or at the very least, less overtly political. And speaking of Anthony Freda and political artists, here are 4 tips from the man himself on how to get that political art piece out of the ether and onto the page, or computer, or wall, or wherever it may land. Graphically illustrated with pro tips and tricks, this should be more than enough to get you started. Take a look. To stay up to date on his work and commentary, check out AnthonyFreda.com. Also check out our interview with him from New York. Moving on, one of the requisites of being a political artist, or really just someone who is aware of what's going on around them, like that siren, the antithesis to the apathetic masses that Lane mentioned in her interview is, of course, to know what the hell your government is up to. And even me, someone who ingests more news than food, finds it pretty fucking droll at times. And of course the powers that be are fine with this mindset. The more boring they make it, the less we pay attention, and the more likely it is that things like the TPP will pass. So how do we bridge that gap? How do we get ourselves to pay attention to all the boring shit that's going on so as to be active and aware participants in our present and future? There's gotta be a way to engage in the everyday. So yeah, no one's going to actively seek out House or Senate resolutions through Google or checking out usgov.gov, because that's not even a site. And even if you did make it to the actual page where they list these things, who the fuck has the time and energy to read through it all? Our lawmakers don't even take the time. They have aides and interns do that shit and then give them bullet points like, this will ensure the clubbing of 50,000 seals. Great, let's go to lunch. Well, a new site that's still in beta called For Us By Us, not FUBU, but the number 4 and an X, and there it is. This new site is creating that bridge between legislation and the people by providing a list of upcoming and current legislation in concise, simplified formats, complete with visuals, and how that piece of legislation is progressing through Congress. It also gives you each member of Congress's track record, so you can see where they stand on the issues that are most important to you. You can even search based on that issue that you're concerned about, from the environment to national security to immigration, etc. Furthermore, you yourself can cast your vote and then see how that aligns with your elected representatives. Not lining up? Well, then maybe they're fucking up and shouldn't be reelected. For Us By Us is the manifestation of that oft-quoted Thomas Jefferson line. An educated citizenry is a vital requisite of our survival as a free people. Side note, hashtag that as our quote of the day.